early in the morning, totally devoted. Welcome back to a special edition of the Bachelorette Review. I got my co-hosts, Miss Nicole and Miss Alicia, in the building. But let me get a round of applause for them, man. Come on now. We got some smoke in the air. Hold on, man. One time for the AMSR. Wait, what? How do you say it? ASMR people?
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. I'm cool.
The bubbles.
I'm cool. Yo, we are 7 episodes in, and Charity is in love with multiple people, guys. Let's just be the teaser.
Wild.
It's been a fun season, and without any further ado, let's get into it. It was fun watching last week as Aaron put his heart on the line and got sent home.
Oh, I'm done. Poor guy.
Do we have a drop for Aaron? Do you have something?
What a
All right, that's a funny one. That'll work. If you guys know what that means, yeah, he's up. No, okay. So she's in Fiji, right, for the overnight dates, and it was funny because we had joked about like, hey, like, you know, someone might not be able to come, and we found out that everyone was able to come, and we'll get there. But she's feeling, you know, overwhelmed, and I am happy to say that she will be getting engaged in Fiji, so it's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for the only time that they're leaving America,
Yeah.
and then they're all 3 episodes are gonna be in Fiji, or 2 episodes in Fiji.
I feel like
It's
usually
beautiful,
they
though.
go to more exciting places and
Yeah,
more
I know.
exciting stuff.
Yeah, Charity got played with her budget.
Yeah,
Had
for
one,
sure.
Yeah, one waterfall jump. It wasn't even like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to go to Fiji, but
can we talk?
still.
Can we talk a little bit about the waterfall? The waterfall, because it was like the pettiest
It
waterfall.
was
Petty.
so tiny. Like, you can't even jump in it. You just gotta walk
Literally.
into it.
Usually
Like-
they jump off the top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're at waist length.
They
like,
walked in.
Oh,
In the freaking ghetto ATV.
Yeah.
Like, come
Fiji-
on, Bachelor producer.
I know. You don't have a backup plan. So funny. So she starts off this episode by saying bye to Aaron. Let me pass this over to you. You know what I'm
thank
saying?
you. So kind.
She starts off this episode by saying goodbye to Aaron is the hardest thing she's ever had to do. When she was falling in love with him, no one believes you, Charity.
No.
Literally, no one believes you.
Remember what I said last week about how she like gave him false hope if we
Yes.
had more time?
Yeah.
Yes.
And blah blah blah.
Made this man fly across the world.
She literally made him
Because
fly.
of that,
Fiji.
she gave him false hope.
I was
Who
like-
does that?
Yeah. and
Hold up.
She kept giving him more false hope too. I'm like, this is good.
Hold up. Let me think about it. I'm dating a girl dating 25 other guys. Okay, she sends me home to sleep with 3 others. But I'm gonna fly across the world to tell her, no, give me a chance.
Yeah.
Aaron, buddy.
Come on.
Oh, poor guy.
So we'll get there, but we are hoping that this brings clarity to Charity. So they talk about they show like the little guys and their hopes. So Dotun is hoping he's prepared for the engagement. Joey says he's falling in love. He's ready to tell Charity he's in love, and Xavier at this point says, I can see her as my wife. Okay.
Wait, but he said, he said, I think there's a possibility that
yeah.
I can commit. And then he says, but I can see her as my wife. What?
This man is
How?
pure comedy at this point.
He is, dude. I want to be his friend. Like
Actually, I do too.
like I would
He
love.
got the sauce.
Yeah.
I would love to like be in the Monday morning group chat. Like, what did we do this weekend? Like,
Yeah.
I want to know.
I have no idea.
His stories, I'm sure they're really fun. So, Jesse talks to Charity. The 3 questions that he has. Number 1, is X ready, which we all know. Dotun, is he too good to be true? And then Joey, is Joey being the real Joey? Those are like the 3 main questions of this episode. So we'll get into the Xavier date. Okay, to start. Why do you think they put Xavier first, guys? Do you have an opinion on that or no?
I don't know.
No, maybe because he's like the least exciting one.
Yeah. Least suspense, you know, maybe. So they start off. He sees her, whatever. They make him walk like miles. Like, why do they make him walk for like 4 miles before they see each other?
Boring.
It is like so. It's actually right here, right behind you.
I know, I'm watching it.
I know. Xavier's playing it cool. She's like, yeah, one of Fiji's 333 islands. She's like, yeah, 330. Yeah, okay, cool. That made me crack up. And then right away, like they see each other for like 10 seconds, and they're like, all right, you're gonna go your separate ways. And then they oil Xavier down, which he is a black Ken. He looks great.
Yeah, I mean he does.
Yeah.
All right, Xavier,
We'll give him
you
that.
look good.
Yeah. So they put him in a little skirt, a Hulu skirt, and Charity comes out carried like a queen. This was really cool. They show them kind of interacting with the locals, and I'm proud of Xavier here. He like really like buys in, and he does all the dances and he does all the rituals. Pretty cool. Which like for a guy that's too cool for his school, he wasn't. You know, like I really gave him credit for that.
He was very respectful of the culture.
Yeah,
I feel like.
And to me, like that's like. You ain't doing that with someone you don't like. So like, I'm never gonna say that he doesn't have feelings for her. I think are we all in agreement that he actually does like have feelings for her?
I think so too.
Yeah, and they showed in the tell-all. He's like, no, like what did he say? I was really in love. I don't know. We'll have to get to that.
Yeah,
but
I think he did say I was really in love with her.
Yeah, to her face. But we'll touch that next week. But I just this particular like his actions and like really like going with the flow and not just being like dragging it on. Maybe he was just trying to hype up the suite, but I thought this was like, you know, him showing that he really does care and is like willing to make it a fun experience. So, during his vows that they have her do during the charity, because they say, hey, if you're gonna get engaged, you got to do these vows. He says Charity's like a delicate flower that he doesn't want to crush when he picks her up. So what does that mean to you guys?
I was cracking up at that. I was like, come on, bro. Like, what a lie.
What does that mean?
Basically,
you're a delicate flower. I don't want to
keep
crush.
the flower as a whole and not basically F up.
Yeah.
And have her crumble.
Like, I'm scared to hurt you. I'm scared to do anything wrong.
So
like even her, she was like, what was that?
She's like, there's so many ways to interpret that, which there is, but then she's like, well, maybe because he's protective over me. I was like, sis.
Yeah.
No. He is not protective over you.
Oh no.
Too funny. And then like in the interlude, they show Aaron B. It's like he's hopping on a flight to Fiji. Like, bro.
I hope Aaron, I really hope you didn't pay for your own ticket.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
That's all I have to say.
Hey, I'm gonna get to the bottom of that. I know I might be able to find out.
Yeah.
but
I need to know. And if he did pay, how much?
Yeah.
Maybe he used points.
Yeah.
You know?
And then he goes to the desk and can I have Charity's room? And she's like, we can't give out information. With the camera crew behind him. I'm like, come on. They're just roasting this guy.
I know, man. It's
Poor
so funny.
Aaron.
We'll give him his due. But they did show that. So we'll get back like we'll go back to dinner with Xavier. So Charity's black dress. Wow.
Yeah,
that first black dress.
Her outfits are just so good.
Yeah, they are.
All of them.
Yeah,
Unreal.
that first one though, scrumptious. Charity, scrumptious. And X is, he's a pimp. Like I wrote right here, I want to be his friend. I want to be his friend.
We don't need him rubbing off on you though. Like, come on.
It's in there
Here,
already.
we're trying to find your wife.
It's in there already. Okay, so all right, so this gets to like the meat and potatoes of like this whole conversation, right? X is getting vulnerable and he wants to talk. And what does he say? Okay, what does he say?
Nicole, you want to do the honors?
Yeah.
I just don't want to gloat too much.
When you predicted that, and Pierre's like, "Come on, that's not fair."
Yeah.
Okay.
Unreal. He says, I have something to tell her, and it's just like eating away at me. And I'm like, we all know, bro. Like we all, we've seen it. And when he says, "I've been unfaithful in the past," I was like, you couldn't have said that 3 weeks ago.
When I predicted it, who waits this long?
I was not happy I was mad that you were so right at this because it seemed so unfair at the time. And I'm like, dude, you can't put a label of cheater on this guy.
I'm the knitter.
And sure as shit, the first thing he tells her, and you know what is crazy? He's like, I have it here. So real quick, the quote I have is, in my past with my ex, I was unfaithful. And Charity is set off immediately, like quietly. She starts with the
I love that.
and then she loses it, right? She gathers away in her tears, and she's like embarrassed in a way. This is kind of sad. But how did you feel about having your prediction that he had been an unfaithful person and then cheated on his girlfriend?
I was rolling.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing.
What was it that made you know for certain that he was not a good relationship guy? Pass that over too.
Oh, sorry. It was the way he was speaking about how he couldn't commit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like that guilt, you know, it's just baggage.
Mm-hmm.
And he recently did it. It's not like it was 10 years ago.
Dude, that was the craziest part. When he said, so Charity Gizila, man, like she asked him 2 questions that a cheater or someone that's been cheated on would ask before,
Yeah. Yep.
right? She said, was it recent? Right? Mm-hmm. Was it recent? And then was it with the girlfriend that you most recently dated? Right? And how many times?
Was it multiple?
Right?
Oh, you know, multiple times.
And
Which he knew that question was coming.
Yeah.
Or a one night stand or
Yeah.
something.
I mean, he said it was multiple times and it was with his most recent girlfriends. He said it happened multiple times in the span of 5 days with the last year's girlfriend. Like,
which it was on vacation, obviously.
yeah. And
But like, what? So your girl's never gonna be able to let you go on vacation with your boys? What kind of life is that?
that's not a red flag. That's a red dome. That's like that's like cover the whole city.
Yeah.
Like dude, like
Xavier, like she doesn't know who you are anymore. Like for him expecting the night to keep going, I'm like, no, that it's done at this point because
Literally.
she thought you were one person and now you're dropping this bomb literally the week before you're supposed to propose. She doesn't know who you are.
No.
so
He should have brought it up in the beginning.
literally. That's
would have
my
been
point.
that would have been a night one thing.
100%. Hey,
where like,
this is what happened.
hey, I've grown from it. I've learned from it.
He hasn't.
No.
That's a problem.
No.
He hasn't.
He's like, okay. So the dog in me is like, okay, he's trying to go low so he can come back high, right, with the emotions, right? Sometimes you start like a little fight, you know, just to like get it back up. You know what I mean?
You're toxic.
So part of me thinks like, all right, let me get these roller coasters of emotions before we get in there. And maybe he knows like, hey, like if I go farther, like I will be exposed. So I might as well expose myself. The problem is dude, you made her eliminate 23 other people for you to be here.
Yeah.
And now you're going to tell her that you're a cheater. And like, I also have this too. It's like, she realizes like, wait, like at this moment, no, I'm sorry. He questions if he can be faithful in another tempting situation. This is where the switch flips for her, right?
Yeah.
She's like, dude, I'm getting engaged in a week. And you don't know if you can not cheat on me?
Yeah.
Like,
And he said, I need more time to know that. So he needs to go to the fantasy suite. What he's saying, he needs to go to the fantasy suites, potentially sleep with this woman.
Basically,
to
see
know
if it's good enough
right.
exactly.
Right. I gotta
before
see
he
if-
goes explores.
Yeah. No, it's hilarious. And
And when he says, like,
for her, she's like, what the hell are we talking about? I got Joey and Dotton who look at me like I'm God's gift to earth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
even Aaron.
And Xavier doesn't know if he can keep it in his pants for a guy's trip. Like,
unreal.
Basically, even a night out with his boys. Basically,
Yeah.
not even a guy's trip.
the way he said, he's like, I'm gonna be on vacation, my boys, girls. Like, I don't know.
See,
like,
Xavier has wandering eyes where Dotton doesn't even look at another girl.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Night and day.
It's a night and day difference. And
we're gonna get to Dotton.
when he says that committing to one woman would mean all that freedom is gone.
Oh
I was
my
like,
gosh.
what a slap in the face as a woman. I was like, get this man off my screen now.
I was a little offended because I do believe in marriage, okay? And like I believe, like, so the way he says, he goes, when you have a wife or you pick a wife, like your freedom is gone. And I tried to be like, you know, most people think like that's when their life starts.
Yeah.
But that's how you know he truly doesn't love her, though. Like, the love is not there. Maybe he likes her, I'm sure, a lot. He's falling for her, but like the love, like head over heels, he's not there yet.
I don't think he even trusts
I have
himself.
an opinion on this, but go ahead. Yeah, I have an opinion on this, but here's kind of like what I think, right? So, like, look, I want to go through these notes and then I'll ask my question real quick, okay? So Charity, you know, she stays in the conversation. She makes a plea. You know, she literally pleads to him, crying, and says, hey, like, will you make this work? And then he says he needs the night to find out. Pretty disrespectful.
Yeah, literally dog.
Yeah, this is where she goes into Charity 2023 version of Charity. So Charity Lawson in 2023 is sending his ass packing. You know, let's go. I love that she like treated him like you said, dog. That's how she talked to him. Like, get up, let's go, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
You're done.
like
She was
he's
sick.
a dog.
She was sick to her son.
Yeah. So here's my question to you guys. Do we think X couldn't commit? And I've kind of narrowed it down to 3 reasons. And if you have another, please let me know. Is it his personal journey of not being ready? Okay. Is it his feelings for Charity? Or is it the fact that Charity still has other guys in the picture and he doesn't want to look stupid? Like, is he ready in his own personal journey? Does he love Charity and he's just holding back because he thinks he's going to get embarrassed? Or is it his personal journey, or does he not just love Charity? Give me you guys' opinion on this, please.
He's just not ready.
I think it's him.
Yeah, he's
hands
not ready.
down. And I love how he, not love, that you know what I mean, when he tried to almost blame his ex for that too.
Right.
Like, well, because she wasn't doing, or she wasn't the person I thought she was, and this, and I'm like, you are gaslighting, because I'm sure that's what Charity's ex told her.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm stepping out on this because you're not.
Yeah.
enough.
Like, if the girl's not making you happy, just leave.
Yeah.
Like, why is that so hard? I don't know. I think he needs to. He hasn't worked on himself yet. Like,
No,
she
he hasn't.
asked him. He
He's
needs
just
to go
scared.
work on himself, find out his insecurities.
Right. And whatever it is, like
fix it.
the right person makes, you know, what is impossible, right? Committing or losing your freedom. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's not. I would love to ask him, like, did your dad lose his freedom when he got married, or did he start a new life, or did he build something special?
You know what? That's a good point too, because he did watch his dad have to basically give up a lot to take care of his mom.
But we also never know. What if the dad did cheat on the mom?
You know,
Yeah.
What if it's one of those generational
You know what?
sins?
I am never gonna doubt your
But
intuition
it
again.
could be one of those generational sins. That
Yes.
it's
You're right.
just
You're
within
right.
them.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're
He
right.
could
You're
still
right.
love his wife. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
For
But
sure.
like,
Yeah.
if she's not providing.
Yeah, he could have learned it. He could have learned
You know?
it. For sure. And that does happen. You know, you do see that type of behavior trickle down. So
Now
whatever.
we just gotta wait for Xavier's ex to start
Whatever,
tweeting.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, whatever it is. Do we think X wants to go on the beach or comes on the beach?
I
so.
think that there will be riots.
If he goes on the
I
beach?
will be upset.
Will
I don't
you?
think he'll go on it.
Okay.
I think he would be so stupid to go out on the
Yeah.
beach now, but he is just that player type,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I mean, how old is he?
I want to say he's the one. I'm pretty sure he's the one guy that's her age,
Like
27,
27-ish, yeah.
I kind of remember that. Like these other guys, actually, that might have been Joey, but I'm pretty sure he's in the 27 to 30 range. So yeah, I mean,
I'm
we'll
looking
see.
at his face on this screen right behind
Yeah.
you, and it's
Wanna
just
punch
making
him?
me so irate.
Is there anything else we want to say about Xavier before we move on to Joey?
Just, I'm so sick of hearing my heart is committed, but my head isn't. I don't want to hear that line from anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Men, don't use that.
Yes.
It's gross. Like,
It's gross. Yeah.
can't do it.
But let's give a round of applause where it's due to Miss Charity when she said this ain't build a man workshop.
Oh my gosh, I have that written. Build a
And
man
I
workshop.
I was like, heck yeah.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
This is not the time that you're gonna fix someone and this and that. Like,
But I'll also give round of applause to Xavier. He was honest.
Yeah.
He was truthful. He
Oh,
could've
yeah.
waited
Way
till
too late,
after,
but yeah.
After he slept with her and then told her.
You know what?
That's
That is true.
Actually, I do have that as a question that we missed. Is like he could have definitely definitely like continue to sell the dream.
Yeah.
You know. So Xavier, okay, G, can we get a round of applause? We're gonna do a couple of them. All right, that's for Xavier. All right, one more for Charity, please. Thank you. And then we got to give Alicia her flowers.
Oh yeah.
The woman's intuition is unbeatable. So we're there. We are there. So, all right, now we're gonna move on to Joey. So Joey here. He is taken into the middle of a Fijian, I don't know how to say it, Fijian, like, I don't know, forest. Yeah, and Charity shows up in the ATV, really cool, and picks him up, and they ride for 35 seconds. And then it breaks down. And Joey is the perfect person to bring on this date because nothing else matters other than them two talking and holding hands and walking through the forest.
My favorite line, I'll follow your lead.
Yep.
Wow.
There you go. There you go. It takes a strong man to take a back seat. So I don't really have too much to say about this date. Do you guys have anything that you want to add to it?
Just that little waterfall.
Yeah, the little waterfall, the waist-high waterfall.
I mean, there are 330 islands, and that was
There had to have been a higher, bigger
330.
That was the waterfall you give them and the ATV you give him. He's getting shafted on this too.
He is
I
getting
feel
shafted on it. Maybe they're Joey. They don't want you to succeed, buddy. They don't want you to have fun. So
after he just says like, my hometown did not go well. Like I need today to go well, and you're like, we're just going to have no backup for you, and you're going to have to walk to that tiny waterfall.
Right. So the one thing that I'll say about the waterfall date is that Charity asked specifically about Uncle Joe, and he doesn't really address it with like a fact. He just says, I saw my uncle, I was uncomfortable, and then that got me like off balance. Mm-hmm. You guys take anything from that or not really?
I actually believed that.
I believe it too, because you're kind of like sticker shock.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
there's
true.
cameras, and you're in this weird scenario. You're bringing this girl home,
Right.
and it's a lot.
Yeah.
I could totally see myself fumbling like that too.
Okay.
So
I still feel like they're off though.
I also got a text from my friend, my friend Rachel, and said the same thing.
It's
She's like,
just
something's
Shout out
wrong.
to Rachel.
missing.
Thanks for watching. So wait, what did she say specifically?
She just said something's off.
Something's missing.
Yeah. She said too, like, we can get into it, but like after when they woke up together, she's like, something
He wasn't like
was
happy.
off
Really?
there.
Yeah.
Really, guys?
He was not happy.
That's what Rachel said as well.
See, all right, I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna disagree with both you guys. And since we're talking about it, like I thought their wake up was a lot more vibrant, much more energy than the Dalton.
You're
wake.
crazy.
You're crazy.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I mean, you guys wake
looked
up.
very
You guys
tired,
wake up in
though,
a bed with your
maybe.
significant other more than I do.
I mean, he
but
was falling
being
asleep on the
married-
date.
Yeah.
He- Joey.
Oh,
He
just
just
like-
long blinks. He was like,
He just looked
Like-
kind of bleh.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I guys, I'm gonna disagree. So we're
It's just
I
because
don't
he's
know.
your pick.
We'll get to it. Look, we'll get
100%.
to it. So we'll go to the nighttime date. Joey's ready to get vulnerable. He kind of admits that he's not perfect. He says, hey, he just kind of wants to expose that, like, as he has this positive attitude, and he's kind of looked to be, a positive beacon in whoever life he encounters, and that he's not all perfect in sunshine and rainbows, which was nice for him to admit. And we haven't seen that side, but he also tells her that he is firmly in love with her. Mm-hmm. And what does she say? She says, I'm in love with you too. And later, the next day, she goes, I love you.
mm-hmm, in the morning.
How dare you, Charity? How dare you?
To two people, yeah.
This
I hate that.
Statistically, like, that never ends well for these leads.
No.
Ever.
And like, after the final rose, the person always says like, why did you say you're in love with me? You
Like,
mess
you
with my
really-
head. Like,
You can't keep that in? Is that hard?
I mean, I'm sure it felt great to like get that off her chest.
You
but
already said I'm in love with you. That's enough.
Yeah.
You're falling,
just
right.
leave it there.
Yeah, you can fall.
Yeah.
You can fall. But like,
she was like, love you.
yeah, that
Like,
was
Almost
was
like,
like-
we've been together forever. Love you, bye.
that's what ticked me off. Is like, that's not fair to do that to these guys.
No.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
not fair to do that with these. I'm pissed. So
Yeah,
so-
I agree. Like, I almost think the whole like, okay, love you, bye. Like, that means more. Almost than saying like, I'm in love with you, because it's almost just more intimate to like, oh, we're just saying, okay, love you, bye. Like
it takes me back to, was it Colton and Rachel, that season, The Bachelor?
Okay.
After Colton and Rachel, whatever they did in their fantasy suite, he's running outside. I love you, Rachel. Do you guys remember
when he
that?
I don't know.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like, and then they got into like this big fight afterwards, and she ended up being a psycho, I guess. I don't know. But
Okay.
whatever. But like that same thing, why did you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Like, are you on that big of a high that it just comes out?
Like, to me, like, it's almost like, in my opinion, like, this is Charity kind of saying what she needs to say to get through the fantasy suite, which is like, it didn't sit well with me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, same.
And just to touch on your point, which is like the difference between like saying like, I'm in love with you, and then saying like the love you bye, right? The I'm in love with you is like a proclamation, right? It's like it's a declaration, like, but the I love you is like, no, we're living this life where we love each other. And that action is so much more significant. And I agree with that. So I don't know, this touched me the wrong way. I didn't care for it, but let's talk about the wake up a little bit. So my notes are here. This particular wake up, when they show them kind of getting up after the week, which has to be super awkward, right? They knock on the door and say, all right, guys, we're going to film you waking up.
put your clothes on, your fancy, like, you didn't sleep in that robe, homegirl.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
coming up with your robe.
It was, it looked like they had a long night of sleep, let's say. Maybe not.
He looked tired.
Yeah.
For sure. He just looked like I said, blah.
But he was tired from
But remember what he said the
firing.
next day, though? Remember what he said the next day? In the letter, he said, I can do that. This is what he said. He says, it feels right, and he can do that for the rest of his life. I don't know. This meant something
I don't
to me.
see it. Then I'm missing something.
Okay.
He just didn't look happy.
Okay, we're going to disagree
It
on
was
that
like
one.
no smile. He was just
looking
at her. I don't know.
Again, maybe that goes back to what he was
Alicia.
saying. Yeah.
Sorry, can I interject here? He was exhausted.
Come on.
He was exhausted.
Okay.
He was exhausted.
You think Dotton wasn't exhausted?
He was exhausted, bro. All right, we'll see. We'll see in a couple weeks. We'll see in a couple weeks. Sorry, go ahead, Nicole. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, I think that could also go back to what he was talking about at dinner too, where people expect him to be this nice guy and his sweet personality, and then sometimes when he's off, that people are like, what the heck's wrong with you? And I can so relate to that because
Sure.
Same.
That's a great point.
People always think like, oh, you're a bubbly, outgoing, maybe like whatever they think about me. I don't know. But if I'm having an off day, they're like, oh, what's wrong with you? Or
Right.
you're
same.
being a bitch or whatever.
I shut out. I'm like mute. Everyone's like, oh, you can't reach out. I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's such a good thing to talk about too, Nicole, because like we, especially now, like you guys are getting a little glimpse of like having people, articulate or critique or whatever, consume your work or your creative ventures, and we are much more than what people see. So, you might see me out and about after some bad news that I got, and I might not be in the mood to say what up or to take a picture or whatever it is, and that has nothing to do with who I am. That's just a situation. So you're right. I mean, you can't take how Joey's acting as if he's upset or whatever. It's just, you never know. Maybe they had some tough conversations.
Yeah, that's true. We really don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see. Anything else?
Still don't think he's my.
I just want you to remember how her and Joey kissed on the bed.
Yeah.
And then I want you to think about how her and Dotton kissed on the bed before the scene cut
Amen,
out.
sister.
And then we can talk about who was more tired.
Okay, we shall see.
Even her and Joey in the waterfall versus Dotton on
When
the way
he
to
pinned
dinner
her against the wall.
Oh my goodness! I was
What
like,
do you got to say about that?
It was hot. It was hot. It
My
was
man
hot.
ate her lipstick off. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
And she was
okay.
like,
All right,
"Oh my
Dotton.
goodness!" Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would be remiss to not acknowledge Dotton is on his A game. He's balling right now. I just think that he probably gets the final rose. But I think you guys are sleeping on Joey. I still do.
Okay,
So,
wait. When Joy was walking away, Charity did cry. Do you think those were tears because like he said she's gonna miss him, or tears because she knows she's not picking him?
You know what I think? I think that she like look her emotion, like she didn't want that date to end. Like I could just I'm imagining her holding on to him and just like, this sucks, I don't want to do this, I don't want this date to end. Maybe she doesn't want the journey to end, to your point. So I don't know. I think it's.
I think they're cheers because he's going bye-bye.
Okay, all right. We'll see.
Man, I mean,
I'm just
her
like
and Joey are all right, but
when
not,
you compare the two,
yes,
which we haven't talked about Dotun yet, but when you compare the two, like, come on,
apples and oranges.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, you know, we don't know what happened in that fantasy suite, and you know, whatever happened in Dotun's fantasy suite, you know, well, we'll see what was better. I don't know. Charity will choose.
If Joey wins, he's never gonna let us slow this down.
No. I like that we're actually like genuinely. This isn't for the cameras. Like I actually believe what I'm saying, and I'm sticking with my pick, just because. Number one, I think that Charity, whether she wants to admit it or not, or whether anyone wants to admit it or not, she likes the hard way. I'm sorry, which is why Xavier lasted so long.
Yes.
Which is why Braden got so much. Like
she likes that little project.
She does. I don't care.
I mean, she kept saying Xavier reminds her of her ex.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
And she's like, the patterns are like very reminiscent.
Girls like a chase. Okay.
Yeah.
There's zero chase involved with Dotun.
Not when it comes to like marriage, though.
There is zero chase involved with Dotun. Zero. He's there. Joey.
But he was spicing it up a little.
Yeah, he was. Okay, let's talk about Dotun. Okay, let's talk about Dotun. So they have this jet ski date. His seemed to work. The jet skis worked.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry to cut you off. Did we
Go
talk
ahead.
about how Charity said, "A love with Joey feels eternal"?
Oh no, but thank you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But thank you.
Oh, and she's like he's the person I.
You gotta take that.
No, it's just my mom. Relax, mom. You know I'm here.
Mama K, we love you.
The person she's prayed for too, and I was like,
Yeah.
Strong words.
it's very strong.
Strong words. Now.
She said the praying thing about Dotun too, though.
Yeah,
Well,
that is a whole other thing for me.
Let's talk about that when we get there.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. All right, so the jet ski seemed to work for Dotun. Of course, he gets the freaking good technology.
What a cute date
Oh my
too.
God.
That'd be like
How fun.
Yeah.
Private island,
He always
private
gets the best dates,
sandbar.
though. He doesn't get this boring stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No,
Producers
I mean-
probably just love him.
Yeah.
Because he, like he says, didn't know. He never watched this show before.
My
Okay.
gosh.
This is what
Never
this is.
watched the show.
This is what I want to get into. I'm glad you brought that up. Can you please explain to everybody what we're talking about?
Dotun says
Give me
he's
that, man.
never watched the show. And so he was asking producers and the other guys a few weeks ago, he says 3 or 4 weeks ago, how this ends and how this wraps up. And one of the men, which I would love to know who, said this ends in an engagement.
The guy didn't know what the show was. He didn't know that he's the one proposing.
So he said for a millisecond he was taken aback, but then he was like, wait, I'm okay with that because of it's charity. So, I mean, I loved it.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This is the first glimpse of phoniness from Dotun.
Come on.
I wrote it on my.
You're
listen
such
to what
a
I'm saying.
hater.
Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, I wrote here that I didn't want to say phoniness because the word is probably maybe like showmanship or act. I don't know what it is, but no, I'm gonna say it's phony. I'm gonna say because look. You're going to go on this show and you're going to be so in love and so interested, not knowing that you're getting engagement, and then you're okay with it.
Yeah, because he's head over heels over
Guys.
her. Come on.
What a... All right, look. Dotun, he's got a secret side to him, guys. I'm convinced. He's got a secret side to him. He's not as genuine as he seems. I'm sure he's a great guy, but there is something there. I'm telling you, there's something there. Okay? There's something there.
We would have seen a tiny bit of it.
We just saw it.
No.
He's good. He's not that good.
Come on.
I don't know. I believed him.
I believe him.
I believed him.
I'm not. There's
That's just
something
like
else.
I feel like that's just who he is.
Yeah.
So let's take
What
me
if,
into the
what
mind.
if somebody signed him up for the show and didn't explain it?
They did.
Take me
Yeah.
into the mind of Dotun. Why would he do this show, and what would you think if you didn't know you're getting engaged at the end of the show?
I mean, he is an immigrant.
Yes.
So he is just not familiar with like bachelor culture in America. I don't know.
He's never watched the show.
Yeah. There's a lot of people.
Somebody signed him up for it. What do you want the guy to do?
Said Charity is like the perfect woman for you.
Listen, if I never watched the show, I'm down for anything. Anything.
You're down to get engaged.
No, listen.
Okay.
Let me finish. I'm down for anything. Call me, want to go bury a body, whatever you want to do, I'm down.
Okay.
Just let me know. I'm not a snitch either.
Okay.
But if somebody signs me up for the show, I'm going to do it. Wow, that sounds so cool. Why not? I'll do it. Oh, I got picked. Why not? But then if I actually fall in love with the person, yeah, I'll get engaged.
All right. So
his heart is all in it.
So I hear you. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Getting caught up in the whole show, he's like, oh shit, I fell in love.
Yep.
Now I'm like down. I guess I guess for me, it came off as, not genuine. I'm just saying, that's just
I think he just really didn't know.
Okay, maybe I'm fishing, maybe I'm reaching.
You're fishing.
I don't know.
You're Team Joey. That's the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So look,
he's really trusting this process.
Let me ask you guys this. So I have like specific questions, okay? You really didn't know. Oh, sorry. Do you really think he didn't know that you had to get engaged at the end of the season? And I answered my question. Do you think him not knowing he was getting engaged in any way invalidates anything he said or his emotions or anything like that?
No, I think it just made him like more true to himself, not knowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I believed him.
Yeah,
I really
I did.
did.
Too. Why, he was laughing. Who would volunteer that? It's embarrassing.
I know. Yeah. He was like, "This
True.
is embarrassing."
Like
he said, "This is embarrassing for me to say."
And he was cracking up as he was saying it. I got nervous because I was like, "Oh boy."
I know. I was like, "What's the bomb dropping
Yeah.
now?"
Did he cheat on someone too? I was like, "No chance." But like,
there's a chance. There's a chance.
No,
Right.
you know who wouldn't be like afraid to commit to Charity? Dotton.
His family said that. Was it his sister who said it? That when he commits, he doesn't even bat an eye at another girl.
Oh.
So let's talk a little bit about the family because I have that written down here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Charity brings up the family. She talks about how she loves them so much and the importance of faith and how she has a prayer life and that his mom took the time to pray with her.
I love that.
Why didn't they show that?
Yeah.
I know exactly because it's too woke or something, or whatever. But I would have loved to have seen that because
me too.
Like when I first met my mother-in-law, she prayed with me, and because I first met her in church, and she prayed with me, and that is something that's so intimate and special, and especially for someone like Charity when she says her prayer life and her faith is so important. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps.
Yeah,
I was like,
too.
that's what you want in a mother-in-law.
Sure. I agree. And I think that is special. And I kind of wrote here, like, we talked about it a little bit at the hometowns, but can the family be the difference? Like I don't think it would make you choose one person or the other, but I think maybe envisioning your life with another person and saying, hey, Sunday dinner here.
Yeah.
Sunday dinner here. Mm-hmm. One of those is a lot more close to what she's envisioned for her life. And it could be the difference, and I get all that. So props to Dotton and his parents and his whole family for raising him to be a good guy and providing a great family atmosphere that Charity could feel and touch and
bring children into.
Correct. So
because for me, if I was in love with two people and I couldn't make that decision, I would absolutely base a huge portion of that decision on the family.
100%.
Who am I bringing my children home to? Like the influence that they're going to have on raising my kid. Yeah.
Family.
Yeah.
Like, what a foundation.
Yeah. Of potential babysitters. Like, I mean, anything like that.
Yeah. No, it's something
holidays,
you gotta think about.
Like that's huge.
No, it's important. So, shout out to the Dotton family, the Dotton family. So at dinner, Dotton takes the moment to say he's genuinely in love with her. No more than a half a second later.
What happens? Just tell us.
Charity. Giddy is all.
Giddy. She was very giddy, right?
Giddy is all ever. Says, I am definitely 100% in love with you and I love you. Right? She says both.
Way quicker than she said it to Joey.
I don't know about that. But with that, she invites him to Fantasy Suites. He says,
which we knew that was coming.
Right? And he says 100% yes this night and hopefully every night for the rest of our lives.
Oh, wow.
Very smooth.
We are all
very
witnessing
smooth.
a fairy tale.
She even said it.
Yeah. We are witnesses.
After like he didn't know about the
story.
engagement, she was like, "Wow, this truly is a fairy tale."
Yeah.
I would hope that Charity's happy at the end of this. And if it's with Dotton, I'll be happy for her. But I just hope that she's not. Look, I speak.
I mean, just some quotes from Charity. Sent from God.
Keep going.
And I feel at home.
Yep. You got one more?
I
Okay.
mean,
I'm done with that. So yeah, you guys, you can give your opinions on the wake up. I already said what I said. I didn't think it was as genuine as the Joey, but
Well, first he said that his heart and his head are in line.
okay.
Xavier, take notes.
yes,
notes,
we love
Xavier.
a confident man.
Yeah. Did you guys notice his necklace?
No, I didn't.
No.
Oh, come on.
What was it? That's probably his mic if he's shirtless.
No.
Oh.
It was like a choker that had like a pom pom in the front. I was like, damn.
No,
your
that's a
mom
mic.
bought you
That's a
that.
mic.
Are you
dude.
sure?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Can we pull it up?
All right. Well, if it comes up, I'll say turn around.
There's
real
no
quick.
way because it was too loose.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Because like I know on the beach that the guys wear
It
those
was
like
like-
shell necklaces for their mics.
I hope it's not. I was like, man, his mom gave him something for
A pom
fantasy
pom.
suites.
Oh shit.
Remember
Oh,
how
yeah,
she has
yeah,
those
yeah.
weird necklaces?
Yeah.
I thought for sure it was one of those.
Maybe no.
But
it
if
was,
it's a mic, I'm gonna be really upset.
it was a mic. We're gonna go back and look. So, all right. Anything else on Dotton and the wake up
yeah,
and whatever?
the leg.
The
You
leg?
don't want to talk about Charity's leg?
Tell me. I must have missed it.
I mean, I can't like reenact it.
Oh,
but,
wait, did
like,
she-
when they were laying on each other?
Oh,
yeah.
it was just a crossover.
It was
Yeah.
more than a crossover.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, got it.
which is important to say because for Dotton for the past few weeks, we're like, the physical stuff is coming secondary. It's more, that's not their first thing that they're doing.
Right.
No, this date was,
Yeah.
they were all over each other. When on the way to dinner, when he paused
Yeah.
walking down the hallway and pushed her up against the wall to kiss her.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait till they sat down. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
like
It's getting
Dotton.
hot in here.
Like their physical attraction.
Yes,
Okay,
wow.
guys.
it
All
is
right,
grown.
guys, come
It's
on.
grown
A lot.
because at first I was like, they seem great together, but maybe they're just not. She's not as physically attracted to him as some of the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
No, I felt she definitely was into him.
1000%. Yeah, way more than Joey.
You're living in a narrative, guys, and you're just
What?
continuing.
Producer.
Like this is the narrative. This is like the narrative of like Dotton and Charity, and this is you with the gas, like just pouring it. Like
Listen, we're the biggest fangirls of them.
Yeah.
hilarious. I
The
cannot.
wake up was phenomenal. The smiles,
Yeah.
not the dark stares. Just
I cannot
glistening.
And
wait for the finale.
And he says he's like, so he feels so grateful and undeserving of it, and like just so different than not even Joey, but so different than Xavier saying like, I don't know if I could see it. Need the nighttime. I'm
Yeah.
like,
unbelievable.
the difference in like a boy and a man.
Yeah.
That I'll take that. That's true. So Zay got the sauce. That's all I
Zay-
gotta say.
Yeah.
Zay got the sauce. All right. So anything else on Dotton before we
Yeah.
move on?
Charity does not cry when he leaves.
Oh,
Is that you're gonna take that as a plus for Dotton? Because to me, it's like that doesn't. If anything, she's
Yeah,
more emotionally
because-
attached to Joey.
No.
I think it's a little more toxic. Like it's more a healthy thing if she doesn't. I
Yes.
feel like
I think
it's
she's crying when Joey leaves because she knows she's not picking him.
because it's more of that like adolescent type
Yeah.
of like lust and love.
But
I don't know.
obviously,
I don't know.
when you compare the 2 days and the nights, Dotton wins.
Okay.
By far.
I'll just say one
Yeah.
thing.
The chemistry there, you can't deny that.
yeah.
All
So
right,
if
there-
she's going to cry over one, it's going to be Dotton.
Okay, objectively speaking, Dotton is the better partner for her. I've said it. I'll admit it. I still think she picks Joey, but we'll go. That's not saying that. Look, Charity is the one that's gonna make the mistake, but it's gonna be Joey. I'm just telling you. That
I would
right
love
now.
to see Dotton as a bachelor.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, me too.
It does mess up my bracket, but whatever.
He's a real life Nigerian prince.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. All right. Well, speaking of brackets and the brownie points, obviously you get plus points for the Xavier call. And, I got plus points for the Aaron B meltdown. But it's time to give Nicole some points because Aaron B is the one
Oh yeah.
who hopped on this flight
Yep.
and showed up in Fiji. Can we get a round of applause for Nicole, please?
That was just
Was that easy for
easy
you?
peasy.
I was just really hoping they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like,
that poor man. I know.
I would rather have Brayden there. This guy walks up already crying, like about to ball his eyes.
Hey, Charity.
Yeah.
Take a moment.
I know. Take a moment.
Relax,
Yeah.
like breathe. I can't.
So,
I mean, I do respect that he was like, okay, you can take the time you need, but at the same time, I'm like, you flew all this way.
He only said that because he got his validation.
Yeah.
If he didn't get his validation when she said, I'm excited to see you or whatever, I haven't stopped thinking about you, he would not have said, take your time.
True.
I know.
That's
and
true.
she's still, it's a cliffhanger at the end of this, but like she's still knowing you just had 2 overnights that you are in love with these other 2 men and she said it herself. She was ready. She doesn't know if that was like a mistake sending Aaron home, but she was ready to be okay with that decision and live with that decision. So that should tell you right there.
Bye.
Aaron B, pay attention. Okay, look.
I mean, Charity, pay attention too.
Just hear me out. So, Aaron, if I'm going out to eat, okay, there's 3 items on the menu. Okay.
Oh God.
There's the Alfredo pasta that I'm gonna order. Okay. There's the lobster mac, which I would love to order, but I'm just not gonna order it this time. And then there's the steak, which is good, but I'll never order it. You're the steak, my boy. You're never getting ordered. You are never getting ordered. I'm sorry, bro.
What kind of steak?
It doesn't matter. Whatever. Dude.
Wagyu. What if it's like a Wagyu?
Give me from. I don't care if it's from Japan. I'm ordering the Alfredo. And believe me, I picked Alfredo on purpose for the white boy. What up, Joey?
I thought you were meant to because it's just basic.
Yeah.
Basic.
That too.
Compared
So,
to a lobster mat.
Yeah, no. So that's how I feel. That's how I feel. So Aaron B. Now they did leave it at a cliffhanger. They did show
Why
him in
would
the
they
preview.
do that?
No, now he's probably not going to be at Mental All because
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, we
he's
needed
not.
Aaron at Mental All.
Yeah, we do need Aaron at
Yeah.
Mental Law. We do need Aaron. Maybe he makes it. Who knows? I don't know.
Then I would give it away. I feel like that he obviously. I mean, we know he's not the one, but
Right.
like they do show like
He
know
was
her.
getting ready.
He was getting in the suit.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you about to propose to? And you didn't even have an overnight. Like,
Right.
Wait, did
you're
they
get-
meet her family yet?
No, they haven't.
No.
No,
that'll
they
be
haven't.
the end.
Yeah, so I just thought it was so funny. It's like, look, like, let's go through his head. I don't know if I said this already, but like, if I did, like, remind me. But so, Aaron, dude, you're gonna say to myself, like, all right, I got dropped.
Yeah.
I got dropped. Let me go halfway around the world to go see a girl that probably just slept with 3 other people.
Just to get dropped again. Dropped again.
That's a long flight home
Yeah.
twice.
I hope he stays and just makes a vacation out of it.
I mean, I
Right.
would
On
absolutely.
their
But
dime?
then you
Aaron,
look over.
especially if you paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
you have to look over at one of the 300 islands and see her.
Oh my
Can you just
God.
imagine Aaron with the binoculars, just like,
Yeah.
what
I
are they
literally
doing?
could.
Yeah, 100%.
That's funny, man. That is funny. Okay, so any thoughts before men tell all? Anything else you guys want to talk about before we get out of here today? It was a fun episode today. We had fun, huh?
What did you guys think about her? Like the preview clip with her mom
Her
saying, like,
mom.
deep down, Charity, but I can't tell you. You got to make that decision. And I was like, I can't wait.
And that's exactly why.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why, because her mom is saying it's obvious Dutton.
Yeah,
and
but you
she's
want to
saying,
pick Joey. And that's why she's sobbing in the end because Joey goes bye-bye.
okay, we shall see. Any opinions, Nicole?
I just hope.
I know. No offense, Joey. We love you, but you're just not the one. Sorry.
Yeah.
So is Joey the next Bachelor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1,000%.
1,000%.
I will rally for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
we
be
all
upset
would, I
if
think.
What
yeah.
if they did Aaron?
No.
Just
No.
imagine. But just imagine.
That
If
was my
they-
pick for the next
Oh, it
Bachelor,
was?
but I don't think anymore. But episode 1, I did
He would
say.
be sobbing the whole time. It wouldn't be a
Yeah.
good show.
Aaron, by the way, I mean, we are clowning. We do think you're a good guy. And,
Yes,
and we want
for
you to
sure.
be happy and A, B, and C, but you're not the Bachelor.
You're a way better guy than Xavier too.
Yeah.
You should have made it, but where Xavier was sitting this episode, clearly.
Yeah,
I mean,
we-
you should have got that overnight date.
And it's crazy that you said that because, like, that's exactly the emotion that I got from Charity when she's, like,
yes,
looking at him.
she's like, "You're telling me this now, and I could have freaking brought
Yeah.
Aaron."
Yeah, exactly. I could have brought Aaron and worked on that. So, no, she was following her let's just say not her heart whenever she made sure that Xavier was into the fantasy suites.
Yeah.
But we give her credit for not
going.
Not going. We give her credit.
Yeah.
I'll give you a lot of credit, Charity. That was the smart move, and it was the move that I think is like honorable. You know? So
she respects herself more than that.
For sure.
Where she wanted to, because she was
my
like, "Are you
gosh.
gonna fight? Can you do it for us?"
The envelope.
She's like, "Can you do this for us?" And
he couldn't.
he's like, "No, I need the date." And she's like, "Okay, no."
Yeah. Maybe if
The
he
switch
said,
flipped for
he
her.
couldn't just say yes. Like,
I know.
And we gave him his flowers too for doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. He doesn't look like he's desperate too. So I'm, and I don't think I answered my own question, but for me personally, I think the fact that there was other guys there really held him back. And like he, like
said that.
he's the player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I said this in multiple episodes, but like he's the player. He's not gonna get played. He refuses. He'd rather tell her, I might cheat on you. Like I might, you know what I'm saying?
Dude,
you want to go to the fantasy suites? I'm down, but just so you know, like if you're not gonna choose me right now, like I might, like that's just like I hate to like take you into the toxic mind, but he could have really loved her, but it's like, dude, I'm not getting played. I'm not gonna be embarrassed.
he said, my heart is there, my mind isn't.
Yeah. All right. So.
Yeah.
Anything else, guys, before we sign off?
No, I just can't wait.
Guys, thank you so much. If you're literally watching, listening, whatever, follow, share, subscribe, rate us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. That all helps. We got 2 more episodes before the end of this season, and I'm gonna be sad because I'm gonna miss you guys. But
Don't worry, we'll pop in.
Ooh, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
Football season is upon us.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. So we still got two great weeks left. So I'm excited. Thank you so much for watching. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
We'll see ya.